Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, players and watchers from all over the world. We have yet another banger of a game from this particular player. I heard good feedback on this one, so I guess that's a call for some more. Well, let's not waste any time. First of all, I want to have an introduction for my wonderful co-caster, and yes, you hear me right, it's a co-caster with me. I want to introduce you, the one and only, from the first episode, Mr. PurpleGoose. How you doing, Rob?
I am doing very good, MAUZY. How are you?
I'm really cool as well. I'm excited to cast this. And let's see who these players are. So, starting in the top right of Hardwire, we have the red Zerg. It's going to be Phibiac.
And spawning down here in the bottom left of Hardwire, we have the blue Terran. He is Manila.
Okay, so we see pretty much a standard opener, aside from... Oh, hold on. I spoke too soon. We have a Roach Warren going down after the spawning pool, and we have double gas mining. But you should know about... maybe you watched the episode... Oh, hold on. Never mind. I just looked after the hatchery and I just realized that it's a proxy one.
Yeah, we got a proxy hatch.
Oh, and look at that. We're doing depot. We're doing some depot blocks as well.
Depot shenanigans. Yeah, I also see that he's going for Hellions here, it looks like. He might still make mines, but if Phibiac is going for roaches into Hellions, he's gonna have a really good time.
Yeah, and we also see, well, typical 1-1-1 before the command center. We also have double gas mining on the side of the Terran. Now we see the first roaches assaulting this supply depot. And oh, hold on. It's a single Hellion over here versus 4 roaches. And another Hellion pops, but these are going to be cleaned up. Well, I assume something's going to happen on the side of the Terran, because this is really one-sided by the looks.
Yeah, it's looking disastrous at this point. Honestly, he's taken up the supply depot, so even if he had, let's say, like a Banshee in production, he wouldn't even be, or he wouldn't be able to make it because he'd be supply blocked. This planetary fortress, however, is going to defend. One thing you can do with these roaches is put them behind the mineral line and pick away at those SCVs, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So Manila holds for now. Not sure if we're going to see any Ravagers with this. That could start to chip away at that planetary fortress.
There's another 4 roaches over here. And we don't have any drone production on this proxy hatch, so he's not planning to mine from this. But he's producing drones at home, so that's one thing that's a really good sign for Phibiac. And this planetary is going to ensure that these buildings are not going to get burned down unless there's going to be some Ravagers. And Phibiac is floating a heck lot of gas, so...
Yeah, he'd be able to make a bunch of Ravagers right now if he wanted to. I wonder if we'll see that. As is, though, he's doing a great job of preventing this Terran from really getting anything going here, especially because of those supply depots being denied. Like, he's 15 out of 15, and he can't even spend his money. This is exceptional.
Yeah, this is a really one-sided game by the looks for now, but Phibiac is not expanding behind this. He would have the money for it. He's still trying to get this planetary destroyed, but the SCVs are going to repair it faster than these roaches could destroy it. And there's a couple of Ravagers morphing in. I guess that's just for the cocoon to defend. And now he has the potential to throw a single bile at least. Wouldn't mind if he went for Ravagers, because that would be the better way to break this, and honestly would just break the Terran instantly. Oh, this is an awkward position. The starport is blocking this these 2 SCVs from mining. That's hilarious. And the Terran is mining gas for some reason still. I mean, let's be honest, these guys are not like Grandmasters, so we're not expecting that level. This is
here comes
around
Liberator.
Platinum level. So the idea of dealing with these is already good. Ooh, and he missed that one.
It's actually really hard to hit Liberators while they're in the air. You kind of have to realize that you have to aim a little bit below them.
You need to have the flyer helper turned on for sure.
Yes, exactly.
I know some players don't use it because I don't think it's on by default, just like clicking enemy buildings is not on by default. Imagine almost, well, more than 12 years I think in, or let's just say 12 years for the sake of saying some number, and that option is still off, or well, yeah, off by default. Like you cannot click anything when you start as a new player.
Right. Okay, it looks like Manila's kind of stabilized here, and we do have drone production for Phibiac, so he's going to look to get more of an economic lead in this game, maybe hit with a later push.
Oh, I see. He started getting. Yeah, he started getting some drones on this proxy hatch as well, and we see these two liberators just marching across the map. I'm curious if this is going to make any kind of damage. I don't see a queen in position. It's going to be there by the time the liberators get there, but there's no spores, and even with spores it's hard to deal with liberators, especially if they siege up in a, well, pretty awkward position for the Zerg. Oh, hold on.
To bring it back to clear this Overlord, looks like.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows about that proxy hatch yet, so maybe in chasing this Ovi, he might fly over some of the creep.
Nope, he doesn't know, at least by the vision.
Yeah, so he's flown over the creep now. He should know, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, last time Manila saw anything from... Ooh, hold on. Okay, he sees the creep, so I'm curious if he saw it, like, you know, the player, if the player saw it. The unit saw it, but the players, I am not sure. Okay, he's not stopping, that's good. And, okay, he's sieging up over this mineral line. This could mean a lot of drone kills over here.
Yeah, there's good pull, but there's no queens in position here, so they can kind of park here for a bit. Maybe he might siege up on the ramp. He's going for the natural now.
Now we see these... Oh, the queen goes down. That's big, by the way. One of these liberators is going to go down for sure, but this queen might go down as well. Good micro from Phibiac. And we see a spore crawler. Actually, 3 spore crawlers already. The good thing about getting spore crawlers randomly on the map is that you can just pick them up and replace them wherever you wanted.
Right.
What do we think about Phibiac's vision, by the way? Because... Ooh, if this creep would get... Okay, oh, it doesn't. The Viking's gonna deal with it.
Yeah. As far as the vision goes, if that were to be up, he would be able to see. I mean, he sees now that there's no natural command center. He does see it flying over, so I think he can kind of tell what Manila's game plan is to expand a little bit. Start to go towards a mid game here, but...
Ooh, that Viking goes down. Imagine if that creep would go towards natural position. I think that creep tumor would go up, then this command center wouldn't be able to land.
Yeah, he's still got 3 queens on the other side of the map here, like on Manila's side, so he can start to spread some creep. However, that command center is down and morphing into a planetary.
There's 15 roaches parked. There's 15 roaches parked outside of Manila's natural.
It'd be so nice if they could get in there and snipe that, or at least force a cancel, have it lift up.
Oh, the BC. I didn't even realize it's a BC. Oh no, I was so fixated on the harassment and whatnot. Well, that's one way to deal with it, and the planetary as well. So it's going full defensive.
Got Yamato coming too as well, so he's going to be able to start one-shotting these queens, which is good because these queens have lots of energy for transfuse. So we're probably not going to be able to see those if he snipes them with Yamato.
We have a lair, so there could be a potential spire. Oh, that's hilarious! Look at the BC. He's following one of the one of the SCVs. He's like, I'm gonna guard you, buddy. No worries, I got you. I got you. Oh,
The
look at the
bad
creep
news-
spread.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's still going. Hey, the bad news for Phibiac right now is that he doesn't have any gas income. So, okay, so it looks like he's starting to get it now. At that time, he wouldn't have even been able to produce anything if he made a spire. But
Yeah.
now he's starting to take his gases. His creep spread, honestly, towards his side of the map and from his side to the opposing side is great. They're almost joining up at this point, which, given the early part of the game, is quite impressive.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, he
seeing
watches
attack
a lot
now.
of StarCraft, so he knows about stuff. Ooh, this is... He's trying to brute force things, and these SCVs are not going to be enough to repair, but these two PCs are going to be more than enough.
Yeah, and here come those Yamatos. It's going to be one on one.
Ooh, and the queen goes down, and the other one gets on the spore. Will we see some transfuses? No transfuses yet. And actually, Phibiac might be in trouble over here.
I don't think
This
he has
spore
an
is gonna go
answer
down.
to the BCs. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. He's got spores building behind the proxy hat. I don't know if that's enough.
These BCs still have tactical jump, so if they take this down, they could already have that tactical jump be used. Well, I assume we would love to repair them first. What's the answer at home? We see a Hydra Den and we see an infestation pit. I suppose it's going to be to continue that double Evo production up until 3-3. And these roaches are going to get dealt with.
Creep team is just outside of the detection range of those missile turrets too. It looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that there's no orbital command. That's one of the downsides. But look at that. In the what is that? The 10 o'clock position? 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
Oh,
something
10
like that.
o'clock, I guess. There's a hidden base by Manila. And this one is not morphed into anything, so this could be an orbital command just to spare some SCVs and get some more money and some scans as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna need that base too because his mineral income and gas income are both half that of Phibiac right now. So he's gonna need to get his economy rolling. Maybe transfer a bit. Looks like he has down to the natural, so it's gonna start getting back up there. But for a while there, he was half the resource collection rate of Phibiac.
Yeah, Phibiac is not saturating his natural, neither his his third base is saturated, his main is not saturated. This is kind of a chaotic game. I could assume that these players... Ooh, there's 4 battle cruisers. So what I was trying to say, I can assume that these players are not really used to dealing with this kind of playstyle, so whenever this backfires on the side of the cheeser, it could be that it's just, well, it just doesn't know how to continue on with it, you know. Like, we're talking about platinum level, but would you believe me if I said Phibiac has lower than 100 games of ranked?
Really?
Yeah, he played a lot of AI and he was watching a shitload of StarCraft. So he has some knowledge. And he's double expanding right now. He's growing into the top left as well as to this 4th base location.
Yeah, here come these BCs though. It looks like they're gonna
Nice
cancel.
cancel.
the fourth.
Yep, and it was a cancel. That's important. 225 minerals saved.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's mowed down. But there's a Spire as well. I'm not sure. Okay, the Spire's gonna go down as well.
Oh my god. This is such a horrible, horrible thing to have to deal with as a Zerg. Already 4 BCs and he's killed both of your answers as far
Oh,
as...
2 full energy queens go down. That... You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
He might lose one more BC here to these Hydras. There's also a Spark. Oh, he teleports out of there. Actually saves that one. That's amazing. Great job for Manila there.
And have you checked the loading screen, by the way, Goose? That was a gold border.
I did, yes.
I'm telling you, man, these players are getting better and better. Like, no one can tell me that gold players are super bad in this day and age.
I agree, man. Man, look at that. We have to talk about this creep spread. This is insane. I know that we're at a 16-minute game at this point, but just the fact that it's in individual lanes. So for the amount of tumors that he has, he's being the most effective with them. He's spreading creep from either side of the map.
He has 40 tumors.
Covered. The only portion that's missing is in the middle here. So he's got great vision. He's got overlords in place here outside of his main to be able to see when those BCs come in. The only thing he doesn't have vision of, it looks like, is where that proxy base has been taken for Manila.
Now he's going to see another base being lifted.
Yeah, the creep is spreading that way too, so I feel like through his creep spread, he's going to figure out about that base. He's going to see the refinery for sure.
Ooh, will it? Just a bit more. Okay, next creep thread is going to be the one. Next creep thread. Look at that. 4 Hellions are moving in, but these cars are going to get dealt with for sure.
Oh, yeah, the queen gets that one.
We have
more
one
BCs
more
being made here, and this one's actually getting repaired up. It looks like too. So this is still a force to be reckoned with. Phibiac's gonna need an appropriate answer here. It looks like it's Hydras. If he can spend all of his money, he should be able to max out on Hydras and be able to deal decent damage here. That is still a lot of BCs.
Where did those VCs teleport?
They teleported to the 9 o'clock position to cover that attack, and it looks like they've found that base of his, of Manila's, and they're gonna attack that instead. So that's gonna go down. The SCVs that were there are going down, and it looks like he might get this CC.
I think it's going to get it. It's going to get it anyways. So these VCs are not going to be in time. It's going to burn down anyways. But now the question is, will he save these? There's a couple of Yamatos thrown out, like randomly.
Yamatos too.
That's
I'm impressed with both these guys.
Yeah, quick speed.
These Hydras are gonna go down. These BCs, man, they're so tough. They do have +1 attack as well. One does go down, but there's nothing left here to be able to kill these BCs. And at this point, you might have to do some counterattack damage. It looks like that's what Phibiac's going to be doing. He's actually going to intercept this planetary before it's finished morphing.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, at the same time, he's going to lose that top left base. And then Hydras is streaming in one at a time.
Oh, is it going to burn down? Is it going to burn down? Will this get...
Yeah,
will this get to the base and get repaired? Do we have SCVs ready for that? Oh, there's a lot of SCVs not working.
They're in the main. I don't know if they're going to go and intercept it in time.
Also, I'm checking the APM. On some of these more intense fights, both players have...
Oh, he did it. He did it. He saved it. Sorry.
It's fine.
He saved it.
Oh, and another one is getting mowed down as we speak, as well as the Spire again.
Oh, so at the same time, one of these VCs goes down to a queen there. We had some Corruptors and Hydras. Oh my god, this game is action-packed all of a sudden. There's action all across the map. We're getting CCs denied here for Manila, but his BCs are denying bases of Phibiac. So, and a TP, it looks like he's going behind the main. Behind the main,
okay. Oh, but there's a lot of spores here, so question is, oh, he's going for the infestation pit. Honestly, I am questioning this decision for some reason. When the spores are starting to work, and these have no... these BCs have no teleport. One goes down to the spores, and the Roachhorn is getting dealt with. But he doesn't find the Hydra then. There's a couple of drones being parked near this empty geyser.
Yeah, it looks like all of these spores are going to keep him safe right now.
There's 2 tanks and 1 BC defending, as well as a planetary. So I'm really curious what's going to be the plan here for Manila. Already 20 minutes in.
We have 28, if I haven't miscounted, 28 spore crawlers on the map. So those BCs are going to have to...
It's 29 actually.
39?
29 if I check the buildings tab. It shows up on the
Oh, there
building
you go.
side. No worries, Goose. We're professional casters. We're
just like to do
professional
math.
noobs
You know what I mean?
casting, you know. Okay, so these two CCs are going somewhere. Okay, we found the location, but I'm not sure what they are going to do, both of them. BCs are going to teleport out. Question is where? They're teleported to the natural, so Phibiac still has vision here. It's amazing that this never got scanned. Now the spore crawlers at the X proxy location is dealt with. Oh, and look at that! The spore march! Run! Run for your life!
Yeah, this map is almost entirely covered in creep. This is an insane job by Phibiac. I'm impressed here. Manila's gonna try and send some Marines around the right side of the map, but I mean, like, Phibiac has seen this coming from a mile away, so he should be able to intercept.
Yeah. Question is he paying attention? Small dots on the map.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, those Marines are going down.
Yeah.
Right away. 2-2 for those Hydras as well.
Yeah, and
Also,
there's only
2-1
+1 air.
flank.
+1 air only for those good old air units on the side of Manila. Now these Hydras are going to march across and... Oh, these BCs could be blown up, honestly. Oh, the Yamatos!
Yeah, Yamato, they got a couple Hydras, and there's a lot of Marines in a planetary here, so he has to be very careful. He is going to snipe maybe one, but maybe two BCs here. Yeah, two. And the rest of the Hydras are going to go
no
down.
second
but
BC sniped.
Yeah, that's a good
That
job.
one
there for
Hydra, that one Hydra is just exchanging for these two lings. He's like, okay, you guys take over. I'll go back and report to the Overmind what happened over here. I'll go back for Raptor to fix me.
Army size is looking comparable for both players here, but the income is heavily favoring Phibiac right now. He's even sending some more drones to the top left. Manila does have that planetary at the 9 o'clock position, and he is getting his triangle third up and going, so his income will start
Still
to
no
increase.
orbital. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that bothers me. There's no orbital.
Yeah, it'd be nice to start chipping away at some of this creep. Honestly, this one tumor in his natural has been there for the majority of the game, so...
Majority, it's been there since it was placed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's barely out of range of this turret. That's painful for Manila. Yeah, I guess the lower end of the spectrum doesn't really feel the pressure of being on creep. I guess that's somewhat of a good good thing as well, because you don't really fear. Yeah, you don't really fear them, you know. And when you don't fear them, you can make plays that accidentally turn out to be good. All these Marines are sent to their death. But this planetary is not going to be dealt with. Or is it going to be?
Might be able to snipe it here. There's no SCVs to repair, and there's none on their way.
Oh,
the BTs are teleporting in, though. Okay, and he pulls back to the act.
He runs for the hills. Lings are like, get out of my way! Big slim Hydras. Not slim enough, they say. He's going back towards... Oh, look at these spores, by the way. These were from the X-Proxy hatchery. Those are like... They ran a marathon.
If he's able to take those across the map, I mean, he'd be fighting against planetaries, but at the very least, if the BCs come in, those spores would be able to do quite a number against them. And he does have the creep for it, so I wonder if we're going to see that.
Now we have some kind of bio, but the problem is there's no stim, there's no combat shield, no upgrades at 25 minutes, so this is not going to do too much for Manila, but he has a lot of minerals, so I guess he has to spend it somehow. I wouldn't mind seeing more command centers, more... oh my goodness, this is a planetary as well. Goose! I'll have nightmares from these planetaries.
It's paining you, isn't it? We got a Spire coming for Phibiac here, so we might be able to see some Muta harass. There doesn't seem to be too many missile turrets. There's one in the main, two in the main, two at the natural, but that third would be wide open. He might just use them for corruptors, so we'll have to see what he
Oh, these Marines are going to encounter these. Well, it's only +2, almost +3 Hydras. So, bit of a slow reaction, but oh, hold on. No, the reaction was by the Lings. That small group is getting picked off.
Nice. We're also seeing a lurker den here as well, and with that Hydra count,
We have a barracks that has no place here. We have a barracks that was never placed anywhere.
Oh, is he gonna get the repair off here? It doesn't look like he's gonna get it. SCVs are at risk of dying here. Looks like they're gonna try and repair these BCs.
No, that's a great move, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to reduce the DPS of the Hydra significantly.
Yeah, and now he has a Raven too, so we can start pushing back this creep. He still has another CC, so we can land that triangle base. But I believe the income, 63 workers with Phibiac, he's far, far ahead. The income of Manila is only 111 minerals right now, so the longer this game goes on, the further ahead Phibiac's going to get. He's already at 140 supply to 90, and those BCs can get cleaned up here. Those Hydras
Oh, the Raven!
Oh! Very close, very close.
Losing your only detection, that would be painful.
Yeah. All right, here come these Hydras.
Oh, it's getting blown up.
Is he going to get another BC?
Oh,
he
he
gets
gets.
teleports out. So good job there for Phibiac.
And I think we're closing in on towards the end.
Yeah, there's 5 BCs here. One's getting repaired, but I think he's going to snipe it. He's going to try and target fire. That does go down. I think he's got to get out of here now with that planetary finishing up here as well. Still a great job, great income. He's able to replenish any of these Hydras he's losing, and he could probably afford to even make some lurkers for any of that ground stuff, or even chip away at this planetary from out of range. Would be a nice job too, especially given the fact he's seen so many planetaries. He knows maybe that he's sniped the Raven. There might not be any scans, so lurkers might go uncontested completely.
There's lurker upgrades. I mean, there's a range, which is called seismic spines, I guess. And the burrow speed is adaptive talents, if I'm not mistaken. So I wouldn't mind seeing lurkers here. Also, can we just talk about Phibiac making Hydras work in this game? Usually every Zerg says Hydras are like trash tier.
I was worried about that because honestly, like, BCs can kite Hydras, they do really well against them, but he is making it work.
Well, let's just say that Phibiac loves his Hydras. That's one thing I can confirm. He loves his Lings and his Hydras. He usually plays lurkers as well, but I think he's more of a Hydra player.
He gets 2 tanks and that means so.
These tanks are cleaning up everything.
Yeah.
Wait,
Resources
was that
lost
this?
definitely in favor of Manila here, but I mean, look at the map, man. Phibiac has absolutely everything, and his income is unmatched right now. He can just keep throwing away Hydras. As long as he's taking any kind of trade at this point, he'll be okay. He's just going to whittle away Manila.
We have 8 hatcheries on the side of Phibiac, and I think all of them are out on the map, so no macro hatches.
So here's that kiting we were talking about with the BCs.
Yeah. These are a lot of Hydras. These 4 BCs are just...
But maybe attack range would be beneficial for him too as well.
Yeah, Hydra range would be definitely beneficial. I think Phibiac just forgot about it. I'm just going to blame it onto the chaos that there is.
Yeah, oh, definitely. This game especially. There's been so much action. These 4 BCs are still standing strong. It looks like he's going to get +2 plating. He already has +2 attack.
Yeah, and Phibiac has... What's it called? The Zergling attack speed upgrade? Kind of can't remember. So basically we have we have that one. Yep. Professional casters, by the way.
Of course.
We also have +2 melee, and we have +3 carapace incoming. And finally, we see some lurkers. We have 2 lurkers. And there's no Raven, by the way. And these lurkers have the attack upgrade, the attack range upgrade.
Yeah,
God, this is going to be painful.
Nothing for those right now. Maybe a missile turret, but I mean, he could focus it down. This planetary fortress is not long for this world. It's going to go down pretty quick here. Manila recognizes that, tries to get the SCVs out of there.
I mean, see what I'm telling you? Getting no, going for no planetary, no orbitals, and this is, I think, is a desperate counter attack.
I agree. Yeah.
This is like desperation move because you know you have nothing to do. You have to do something, rather than getting a Raven at least. He's
BCs
getting
are so effective when they kite like this, though. Oh my god.
That's for sure. Yep, that is so true.
Keeps them all alive. 2 are very close to dying though. There's nothing for income here for Manila. He's long distance mining. So it looks like if Phibiac would spend his larva here, he should be able to max out.
Yeah. He's not going to be able because he's supply blocked right now, but the idea is
he's supply blocked because he just made 20 hydras and 20 lings, so we might see some kind of big push here. We'll see if these queens can take out these BCs. There are spores as well.
Well, even though they are not able to, there's only 4 BCs remaining, and these hydras are not even going to bother with this. And these evo chambers are not even of any use anymore because
Phibiac's been so good at this upgrading.
Yeah. Despite all the chaos, he really loves his hydras. He's like, oh, let me just make them even stronger.
Yeah.
And I just realized,
man, he saved so many BCs. I think 1 or 2 went down while he was teleporting, but that's throughout the whole game. Every other time he seems to just barely escape with them. So very good job by him.
One of them has 6 HP. The one in the south in that couple of BCs has 6 HP. Ooh,
oh my god, you see that?
Well, we are reduced to basically no income on the side of Manila, and at this point it's just like, you know, it's a fantasy GG timing. Once he goes down to 0 supply, he's going to be able to GG, and he's trying to desperately mine from this base, but these lurkers are chipping away. There's not even there's still enough money to build the turret, but there's nowhere to build it, so there's no way to get a Raven. I think a single more BC is going to get produced, and that's pretty much it. These hydras are knocking on the front doors of...
Will he get these 2 BCs? Yes. One goes down, another one might, it's gonna go down as well. A tank on the high ground kind of pushes him back though.
Yeah, I also see 2 drones in this army. For some reason, even last time I think he had a couple of drones in the army as well.
Very nice pulling those BCs out as well and then attacking away from the tank fire.
Yeah, I'll just say that at this point there's nothing else you can do. I mean, you only need to micro these. You basically have nothing to spend your money on. Maybe you can make another marine or something, but yeah, at this point this game is just over. We have to admit it. Corruptors come in, and I think that's going to be the sign. Yep. No GG, sadly, so I hope there was no bad blood between them. But 35 minutes, Goose, what do you think?
What an epic. What an epic, man.
I believe for the gold platinum 3 level, like gold 1 platinum 3 level, this was despite the chaos, and there was cheese, there was macroing, there was strategy, there was creep spread as well. Holy shit,
oh my god, was there ever a creep spread? Yes. Great job to both players. Honestly, they both did really well for that rank.
Yeah, the good idea of Manila is like, oh, I don't want to lose this game so early, so I'm going to make a planetary. And basically just going off after that.
It kept him alive, honestly, in that early part of the game. Good job.
Yeah, and since that was like an unusual thing, we could see that Phibiac had not the best response, but by trying to brute force it with roaches instead of making ravagers with that double gas mining. But
Bad for under 100
regardless,
games, so it sounds like he's getting that game experience, you know, and
yeah.
um, I have no doubt he's gonna go
I mean, don't get me
places there.
wrong, I'm pretty sure he has a shitload of AI games. So he knows his unit controls, he knows uh, how he tries to play by his. I'm gonna try to quote his words. I usually don't really know what to spend my money on, but I'm spending my money and hope for the best. That's
That's
kind of
good.
like the mentality of Phibiac. So that's why I like casting, because he's
Good.
always trying to do something, and he has a composition. This game was Hydroling Lurker, and he made it work.
Mhm. Very good. Well, thanks for having me as a co-caster, Mauzy. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And guys, check out Goose's Discord, check out his YouTube channel. Everything's going to be, well, probably the YouTube channel thingy will be in the card, potentially in the bottom left. So click on that one, check out Goose. It's a really good content creator. And this was real fun to cast with you, man. And I hope to have you more than just this game. And yeah,
Hell yeah, man. I'm
for
always down.
for whoever enjoyed Phibiac's gameplay and want to see more of these chaotic lower MMR spectrums, then leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that good jazz. And I'll thank you for watching. On behalf of myself and Goose, have a good one. Have a great day, great night, great morning, whenever you're watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.